Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking about Shravana Nakshatra and the gathering of the planets in February 2021 into Shravana. Actually, the gathering begins in January, and then by February we have 6 planets in Shravana Nakshatra. So, what to expect? Hello, I'm Kamila Sutton. We are talking about planets in Shravana. And do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification. I'm still trying to reach 30,000 viewers, so I would appreciate your help in subscribing. And also remember my Rahu Ketu conference, which is from 21st to 24th of January. It's global, online, all of you can attend it. So let us talk about Shravana ruling this transit. All the planets from January, they start moving into Shravana. And by 9th to 11th of February, we have 6 planets in Shravana. Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Sun, Venus, and Moon. Moon will also go into Shravana in January for 2 days, and then it will go into Shravana in February when all the 6 planets are there. Shravana is 10 degrees to 23 degrees 20 of Capricorn. Shravana's own ruler is the moon, and moon is a very key planet. I'd made a separate video for it before, and the color of Shravana is pale blue. So today I'm dressed for Shravana. I was looking to have the appropriate color for the nakshatra. So each nakshatra has its own color. In my nakshatra book, I give the colors of all the nakshatras. So what is Shravana about? Shravana is usually called the listening nakshatra. And it is a very key nakshatra because this is where the soul listens to the spiritual knowledge so that they can improve themselves. They can take on the responsibility. They can go into meditation, learning to manage their mind. And in my book on the nakshatras, I talk about Shravana and just a few experts from it. And so Shravana means listening, especially to the scriptures. In ancient times, scriptures were handed down orally from teacher to student. So Shravana was an important part of spiritual seekers' discipline. To sit in silence, we have to like ourselves, as it forces us to recognize the truths and not hide within the cacophony of life. Shravana is the nakshatra of total silence. But also one very interesting aspect of Shravana is that according to the Puranas and especially in Sri Bhagavatam, they talk about that Lord Vishnu took incarnation of Vamana so that he could teach a lesson to King Mahabali, whose ego was out of control. So, the lesson that was taught to Mahabali, it is shown in the story of Vamana and the Trivikrama avatara of Lord Vishnu. So therefore, there is some lesson that we can learn as well if our ego goes out of control as we are experiencing this great aspect of Shravana. Actually, it is from 6th of January that planets moved into Shravana, with Jupiter being the first planet to go into Shravana. And I'm sorry, this is a little bit delayed because I had made this recording earlier and the whole recording got corrupted. So I had to redo it and find time. So therefore, it's a couple of days later. But right now, Jupiter is already in Shravana, and Mercury has gone into Shravana. Jupiter went into Shravana on 6th, Mercury on 10th of January, And then Saturn will be the next one to move into Shravana on 20th of January. And it will remain in Shravana for throughout the year. So we have a major influence of Shravana to Shani. And Shani is always teaching us about karma and duty and responsibility. And then on 23rd January to 5th of February, Sun will be in Shravana. And on 5th of February, Venus goes into Shravana. Sorry. 4th of February to 15th of February, Venus goes into Shravana, and then on 9th of February, Moon goes into Shravana. So 9th to 12th of February, 6 planets are in Shravana Nakshatra. And then they will separate out, but as I said, that Saturn will remain throughout the year. Jupiter will move out of Shravana on 4th of March. So we need to take this message of Shravana on board. We need to listen to other people. We need to meditate, sit in silence, not allow our egos to go out of control. Think about other people, think about paying back your karmic debts, study some more. And Saturn being the planet that is the longest in Shravana Nakshatra, Saturn is in his own sign. Shravana's own lord is the moon. So Saturn is telling us we have to learn how to manage our mind. We have to learn about detachment. And how do we learn about all these things? We learn about them when we study the sacred texts. We study the spiritual texts. We learn the yogic knowledge. Ancient knowledge of India is all about understanding the higher realms of the mind so that the mind remains calm and cautious. Of course, if you have Moon in Shravana, then this is quite an intense transit for you. Saturn will be in Shravana from 20th of January, and it will retrograde in Shravana, remain in Shravana till 2022. So we need to work with this and to understand the quality. More information is in my book on the nakshatras. You can look that up as well. It's on my website, komala.com. When we study the impact of the nakshatras, we are looking at it from your moon nakshatra. So you should find out what your moon nakshatra is, and then you will get more information. Three nakshatras have key transits going on. Of course, if you have moon in Shravana, then you are in deep Sadesati. So at this stage, Saturn is very intense, but all the other planets are also coming. Jupiter will be there, Venus will be there. Normally, you enjoy those transits. Sun will be going through Shravana. But this time, because Saturn is there, he becomes the commanding planet and pressure and Sadesati for Shravana. Then if you are Purva Bhadra Nakshatra, then this is your Manasa Nakshatra. I made a separate video about Manasa Nakshatra. Manasa Nakshatra is the 25th Nakshatra from your moon. And this is sort of the time when Sadesati really kicks in. And Manasa means the mind, and the mind is very stressed out if moon is in Purva Bhadrapada. So that is important. And then if your moon is in Hasta, then this is the 10th nakshatra from Hasta, and therefore career opportunities are there for you, and you may find that there are a lot of career opportunities that you are experiencing. So let us explore all the nakshatras. So first nakshatra, obviously we are taking Shravana, and Shravana's other companion moon nakshatras are Rohini and Hasta. Now, Rohini also has Rahu placed there. And so out of these three nakshatras, Saturn's transit in Shravana and all the other planets gathering in Shravana disturbs the moon most for Shravana. But Rohini and Hasta also can feel some pressures. Although for Hasta, this is more about career and restructuring your career. For Rohini, is facing the eclipses in Rohini, but it is also creative energy, that some new ideas are coming, new energy is coming your way. Sun nakshatras, Kritika, Uttara Phalguni, Uttara Ashada. This is a positive transit for the Sun nakshatras, especially for Uttara Ashada, because Saturn has moved out of its nakshatra. Last year, Saturn was in your intense Sadesati. This one can be more profitable, opportunities, less stress for Uttarashada. But the other nakshatras, Kritika and Uttara Phalguni, can also experience some more positive energy for them. Venus nakshatras, Bharani, Purva Phalguni and Purva Ashada. This is an obstacle transit. So many planets coming in an area that can create obstacles and difficulties. So I would say that this is a time to just don't be in a hurry to do things. Take your time and allow this, especially this intense energy when 6 planets are in Shravana, to pass before making any major decisions in your life. Ketu nakshatras, Ashwini, Magha and Mula. This is rather a positive transit for you. There can be opportunities and good luck and things working out for you. Especially for Mula, there can be some opportunities regarding home and community-based projects as well. Then we go to Mercury nakshatras. Mercury nakshatras, Ashlesha, Jyeshta and Revati. Now in Jyeshta, Ketu is there, so Jyeshta is feeling the change and transformation of Ketu. However, these Shravana planets are not the best for Jyeshta. They can feel obstacles, difficulties, some opportunities not coming their way, and again especially February, but all year, because Saturn is there all year, and it is a good time to pay back your karma. Think about what you can do for the world rather than thinking more selfishly for yourself. And especially don't allow the ego to get out of control. Saturn nakshatras. Saturn nakshatras are Pushya, Anuradha and Uttara Phalguni. This is a positive transit for you. You can set some spiritual goals. It's a good time to study and to think about what is it that you want to achieve, what is it that you want to give back to society. Think about what sadhana you can do, what planning you can do to improve yourself, pay back your old karma, create a positive atmosphere for yourself. And Saturn will be very helpful to do all these things. Jupiter nakshatras. Jupiter nakshatra is Punavasu, Vishakha and Purva Bhadrapada. Now this is not the easiest transit for you, and especially for Purva Bhadra, because you are having Manasa Nakshatra, 25th Nakshatra transit for Saturn. So your mind is very unsettled. But the others in little bit less of that energy, to be conscious that you need to spend some time in meditation. If your mind is very restless, then you can feel burdened and your thinking is not always guiding you in the correct way. And Saturn is all year in your Manasa Nakshatra for Purva Bhadra, so very cautious about choices you make. But the other nakshatras, Jupiter nakshatras, Punavasu and Vishakha, also be conscious about the choices you make, because choices have results, or you have to face those choices later on. So you are thinking that I'm making choices that have a minimum impact in the future for me. And if I'm in doubt, it's better to take time and delay those choices. Rahu Nakshatra. So Rahu Nakshatra, Ardhara, Swati and Shatabhishak. This is a reasonably good transit for the Rahu Nakshatras because Rahu Nakshatras are being supported by the Shravana transit. Shravana is in a positive nakshatra from the Rahu Nakshatra, so will bring opportunities and good luck. However, specifically for Shatabhishak, they have to be careful because Saraswati is going to come. Not this year, not next year, the year after. So you're pre-planning that, not every option is open for you, and taking care and restraint is good. But the other Rahu nakshatras, both Ardhara and Swati, this transit is not so complex for them. And finally, the Mars nakshatra. So we have Mrigasira, Chitra, and Dhanishta. This is a very positive transit, and it is giving you opportunities to achieve what you want to achieve, and it can bring ability to rise above. However, for Dhanishta, they have to be very careful. Even though Saturn and the other planets are well placed in this Shravana nakshatra for you, it is indicating that the next transit of Saturn is going to be in Dhanishta, and your moon is in Dhanishta, then Saturn is going to transit over it, and therefore create some obstacles and difficulties for you. So easy, careful, cautious, concentrate on studying, spiritual development. Don't concentrate on material development, and you will do well. For Chitra and Mrigasira, it's a much easier transit for you, and all of us can benefit from the message of Shravana. Silence, studying spiritual texts, meditation, doing things that help you calm your mind, not taking on too much pressures, and that will be the best thing to do. So all the best. Do remember to subscribe, and thank you very much.